will reconvene from closed session. The regular session time is 7:02. Please rise for prayer led by Trustee Chapman. And posting of colors and pledges of allegiance led by Second Lieutenant Charlene Mejia and Corporal Alyssa Andrade.
Bow your heads with me, please. Fathers, we come together to do business of the district tonight. Lord, I just pray for wisdom, that you give us the ability to make the best decisions for our students, our teachers, our staff that you've entrusted us with. But first, Father, before we do that, Lord, I just you're owed all of our praise and worship. And so, Father, I pray that you hear all of us in one voice as we pray tonight. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Amen.
March time. March. Color guard. Hold. See. Colors. Precinct. Arms. Order. Arms. Right step. March. About face. Pledges. Now for the U.S. pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Forward, march.
Okay, now we'll have board remarks.
I'd like to make a quick remark. Maybe 2 weekends ago now, I had the privilege to pop in and watch our Crosby Cougar Stars, which is our high school dance team, perform. And never had the privilege to be a girl dad. Sorry, no, a girl dad. But I'll tell you that these young ladies are extremely talented. And I was able to watch some of their solo competitions. They did a officer dance as well. And the time that these young ladies have got to put into these routines and their athletic abilities, I was blown away. More importantly, this is what I really want to say. I know for myself, I hope Crosby's just as proud of them as I am. They carried themselves with great class when they were done with their performances. Respected themselves, right? Covering themselves up at all times. And again, just the classy way that they handle themselves. So to Ms. Godoy and to the entire Cougar Dance Stars, great job.
I had one thing I just wanted to remark on real quick was I know over the years a lot of campuses and stuff, it was something we always did growing up that I haven't seen in a long time, which is having students put the flag up every day on the flagpole at a school, take it down at the end of the day. And today when I was dropping my daughter and son off at Baird Elementary, I saw students out there with a couple of teachers or administrators doing that. And it was just cool because it was something I've wondered, and it's something I always forget to ask about, why don't we do that anymore? And apparently, at least at Baird Elementary, I guess they're bringing it back. And it was just really neat because when I dropped off my kids, I saw them doing it. When I went to pick up my kids, they were out there taking them down. looked like they were doing it the right way with the right respect, everything. So it's really cool. It's something I hope all campuses start to bring back, because I remember doing that one year as one of the kids that got to do it. It means a lot and teaches the kids the right way to handle a flag and things like that. So great on Barrett Elementary for bringing that back.
Good job, Barrett.
Just congratulations to the girls and boys basketball varsity teams for completing their seasons and making it to the playoffs. So good luck. Now we'll have recognitions, and they will be presented by Mr. Brett Birkenbein.
All right. Madam Assistant Secretary, Board of Trustees, Dr. Patterson, community members, and invited guests. Our Cougar Excellence Awards are here this month for February. We're here to celebrate those who show the values we cherish in Crosby: hard work, a sense of purpose, and achievement. We kindly ask that everyone remain in the audience until we have finished the recognition program tonight. Let's start by thanking the sponsors of these awards. Each month, HEB generously donates a $25 gift card to our Students of the Month. Chick-fil-A of Crosby also donates a prize pack for our students, teachers, and paraprofessionals of the month. Also, each Student of the Month will leave here tonight, don't leave without this, a yard sign so you can brag on your kids to the community. We want to thank Marco's Pizza and local franchise operator, Mr. Clarence Howell, for sponsoring the yard signs. All right, let's begin with our Students of the Month. All right, students, come forward when I mention your name. First, from Crosby Kindergarten Center, pre-K student Camilla Garcia. Principal Minor says Camilla is a happy, easygoing 4-year-old who loves learning and having fun with her friends. She makes very good choices at CKC. She's a kind friend to everyone in Miss Everett's class and enjoys playing and learning with her peers. When asked what she loves most about pre-K, she said, quote, "Learning stuff with my teacher." Congratulations. From Newport Elementary, 3rd grader Allison Henley. Principal Price says Allison is a shining example of kindness and integrity, always striving to make the right choices and lead by example. Her intelligence and independence set her apart as she consistently goes above and beyond with everything she does. Reliable and well-mannered, Allison understands and follows campus expectations with ease. Every day, she demonstrates a strong sense of responsibility, proving that even at a young age, leadership and good character can make a difference. Newport Elementary is lucky to have Allison. From Barrett Elementary, 2nd grader Bryson Karst. Principal Ornelas says Bryson stands out as an extraordinary student. Both in the classroom and among his classmates. He consistently offers help to others and maintains an uplifting attitude while assisting others. His patience and honesty make him a true pleasure to have in class. The leadership qualities he displays daily are glimpses at the remarkable achievements he is bound to have in his life. We are proud of you, Bryson. From Crosby Elementary, 3rd grader Pedro Milan Jr. Principal Cracky Fox says Pedro is a shining example of what it means to be a CES Cougar. He is always ready with a cheerful greeting and even a few high fives for his teacher, Mr. Ham. His enthusiasm extends beyond academics as a proud member of the CES Chess Club, where he is well on his way to becoming a chess master. His teachers describe him as simply incredible, with countless positive qualities that can't possibly fit in just a few sentences. Congratulations, Pedro. From Drew Elementary, 4th grader Santiago Castilleja. Principal Hall says Santiago has outstanding character, positive attitude, and impressive growth in all of his classes. Despite facing a challenging start, He has shown an incredible commitment to his learning and has made noticeable progress across the board. He approaches each day with a positive mindset, and his determination to improve has inspired both his peers and teachers. Principal Hall says, "I could not think of a more qualified Student of the Month representative." Congratulations. From Crosby Middle School, exceptional 8th grader Anna Williams. Principal Lozano says Anna embodies intelligence, dedication, and leadership. She actively contributes to the CMS Anti-Bullying Committee, Front Office, National Junior Honor Society, and dance team Star Steppers. Hardworking and kind, she sets a high standard for excellence and inspires those around her. We are proud of her accomplishments and grateful to have her as part of CMS. From Crosby High School, 11th grader Josephine McAnapsby. The following words were written by health science teacher Christy Thompson about Josephine. Quote, "Josie is one of the best students we've had in the history of our health science program. When I say best, I definitely mean that she maintains an almost perfect grade average, but her being best goes far beyond this. This year, she happens to be in class with one of our special education students, and she goes out of her way to ask to do group projects with her, helping her with work without being asked, and looks out for her in general. Josie is active in JROTC and theater. She is outspoken and proactive in completing work ahead of being out of class for a school activity. She is truly one of a kind. Congratulations." All right, everybody, big smiles. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. All right, now to our Teachers of the Month. From Crosby Kindergarten Center, Ms. Timbri Jones. Ms. Jones is not here tonight. Ms. Jones was honored as this year's HASB Teacher of the Year, and she's a proud member of the district's Communications Committee. Principal Miner says she's also being recognized for her exceptional work ethic, intelligence, and unwavering dedication to her students. One of her most outstanding qualities is her ability to consistently exceed expectations and tackle challenges independently. Congratulations, Ms. Jones. From Newport Elementary, Ms. Dana Bryan. Principal Price says her quiet nature is matched by her powerful impact, creating a classroom where students feel loved, supported, and confident to share their thoughts. Though she may not be the loudest voice in the room, her presence speaks volumes, making a lasting difference in the lives of her students. Her classroom is a place of warmth and encouragement where every child feels safe, valued, and inspired to explore the joy of reading. Newport Elementary is incredibly fortunate to have Dana Bryan, a teacher whose quiet strength and masterful teaching shape the future in the most meaningful way. From Barrett Elementary, Ms. Savannah Ricklick. As a kindergarten teacher, she has a gift for captivating young learners and filling their days with wonder and excitement. Whether it's delivering cold packages from the North Pole or having Granny Ricklick step in on the 100th day of school, she creates magical, engaging experiences that make learning unforgettable for our littlest Cougars. Her commitment to excellence is evident in the way she ensures each student reaches important milestones. Thank you, Ms. Ricklick, for your passion, hard work, and unwavering commitment to our students' success. From Crosby Elementary, Ms. Jenny Blaha. Principal Cracky Fox says she is a remarkable educator and leader who inspires curiosity and creativity as the Science Discovery Lab teacher. Her innovative lessons blend science, technology, and art, engaging students in meaningful learning experiences. As the sponsor of Team Art, Rodeo Art, and Green Art, she has cultivated a thriving program that produces champion artists, with student work being displayed at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo for the second consecutive year. In addition to her daily work with students, Ms. Blaha organizes and leads engaging fall and spring STEAM nights, providing families with hands-on learning opportunities. Her Cougar pride runs deep, and she loves giving back to her hometown community. Congratulations. From Drew Elementary, Ms. Jo Green. Principal Hall says Ms. Green is the true definition of a team player, always willing to lend a helping hand wherever needed. She is a champion for her team, constantly looking for ways to bring our campus together and boost morale. Her hard work and dedication do not go unnoticed, and we are so grateful for all she does for our students and staff. Thank you, Ms. Green, for making Drew Elementary a better place every day. Our next teacher could not be here tonight, Ms. Cindy Jones from Crosby Middle School. Congratulations. Ms. Jones wanted to make sure she sent a photo of her showing her CMS pride. Principal Lozano says she's a driving force of positivity. As a 7th grade social studies team leader, she inspires students in academic competitions and activities that they will remember forever. Ms. Jones also helps lead initiatives like the Anti-Bullying Committee and volunteers her time wherever she can. Congratulations, Ms. Jones. From Crosby High School, Ms. Megan Hensley. Ms. Hensley is the English department chair, and Principal Hadnot says recently she went above and beyond to uplift and encourage her English department colleagues by secretly gathering heartfelt letters and words of encouragement from their loved ones. To quote one staff member, "In all the busy things and stress at school, sometimes we don't see the blessings. I wanted to take a moment of your time to let you know about something special one of our people did." Ms. Hensley contacted our loved ones in secret and put together a packet of encouragement for her English teachers. She had words of encouragement, personalized letters, and words from our loved ones. As I walked into work this morning, a surprise was waiting for me on my desk, and I had happy tears in my eyes. I just wanted everyone to know what a gem she is and how far she goes to make us feel loved. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, now to our paraprofessionals of the month. From Crosby Kindergarten Center, Ms. Jennifer Thomas. CKC would like to recognize the exceptional pre-K school nurse for her unwavering dedication and care. She goes above and beyond to ensure the health and well-being of every child, providing a comforting and safe environment for them to thrive. Congratulations, Ms. Thomas. From Newport Elementary, Ms. Farrah Robinson. Principal Price says she is always ready to lend a helping hand wherever she is needed, from the lunchroom to the classroom and everywhere in between. Her dedication and hard work shine through in everything she does. No task is too big or small, and her willingness to go above and beyond reflects her deep commitment to the school and its success. Newport Elementary is truly blessed to have someone as selfless, dependable, and kind as Ms. Robinson, whose presence makes the school a better place for all. Congratulations. From Barrett Elementary, Ms. Liza Salazar. Principal Ornelas says Ms. Salazar is an exceptional member of the Barrett Elementary team whose passion and dedication shine through each day. With a heart for service and an unwavering commitment to meeting the needs of our Cougars in the structured learning classroom, she ensures that every student feels supported and empowered. Her patience, kindness, and tireless efforts go above and beyond, making a profound impact on the lives of our students. Congratulations. From Crosby Elementary, Ms. Rebecca Guzman. Principal Cracky Fox says she is an outstanding paraprofessional and a vital part of our elementary campus team as a computer lab teacher. Her creative instructional approach not only supports Tier 1 classroom instruction, but also keeps students actively engaged and excited about learning. While guiding students through digital literacy lessons, she ensures every child has a clear understanding of the outcomes. A true team player, she collaborates seamlessly with teachers to enhance student achievement, making a lasting impact on our campus community. Congratulations. From Drew Elementary, Ms. Griselda Aguirre. As the welcoming face of Drew Elementary, Ms. Aguirre greets every visitor with kindness and professionalism. She never has a bad day and continuously builds positive relationships with parents and community members. Whether in person or over the phone, she sets the tone for a warm and inviting school environment. Principal Hall says, thank you, Ms. Aguirre, for your dedication and for making Drew Elementary a place everyone feels welcome. Ms. Nicole Berry from Crosby Middle School could not be here tonight. Congratulations. Ms. Berry is the incredible CMS 6th grade secretary. Principal Lozano says she goes above and beyond for our staff, students, and families every day. We are truly grateful to have her as part of the CMS family. From Crosby High School, Ms. Bawana Mitchell. Ms. Mitchell is a dedicated paraprofessional in the special education PASS class at CHS. She always has a smile on her face. She is known for her lively personality, strong leadership, and unwavering dependability. Principal Hadnot says she leads by example among her fellow paraprofessionals, fostering teamwork and a positive environment for both students and staff. Her initiative and enthusiasm make her an invaluable asset to CHS. She can be heard throughout the halls, encouraging and motivating her students and putting a smile on their face. Congratulations, you are Cougar excellent. Congratulations. This school year, we are featuring Business Partners of the Month each month. What a wonderful time we've been having inviting a local business owner or employees who spend a few hours each month volunteering at one of our campuses. Principal Hall and her team at Drew Elementary rolled out the red carpet for our volunteers from Chick-fil-A Crosby, Renee Rivera, Crisel Torres, and Maria Hernandez. First up, Renee visited Miss Green's classroom where he helped students with math flashcards and accelerated instruction time. He found out quickly that Chick-fil-A gift cards are a real motivator. Then Maria visited the gym at Drew and the students put her to work. Squats, mountain climbers, you name it, she did it all. What a great emphasis on physical fitness. Maria later visited Mrs. Odell's room to help with 4th grade accelerated instruction. Crisel was busy in the science lab for a sugar shaker experiment. Say that 5 times fast. Students had to color each line of a sugar cube before shaking them more than 200 times to see what would happen. Crisel was also the most popular person on campus when she stopped by Ms. DeBoe's classroom. She was handing out gift cards like they were going out of style as students handled homophones and diagram sentences. Thank you, Chick-fil-A, for supporting our students in so many ways. Crisel is here. Come on up. Thank you. Congratulations. Finally, we want to recognize our alumni of the month, or Cougar for Life. Since he graduated 4 years ago, he launched his own business and has helped to sponsor Ag Day for our younger students. He wants to thank our Ag department for making him the entrepreneur he is today. Take a look at his story.
Cougar Excellence in Entrepreneurship.
I never want to be in an office.
Crosby High School class of 2021 graduate Jace Wheeler is making his mark with his landscaping business based in Crosby.
It's really unique community. I was born and raised in Crosby. I went through all 12 years. I was in Crosby schools, and so I've actually done work for my previous teachers, like this house here. Just a beautiful house that I like to, it's just that we've done work with this project several times.
For the past 3 years, he's run Southeast Land Pros.
One of the big things is dirt work. I want to get into dirt work, and heavy machinery is one of the things that really intrigues me.
Jace caught the small business bug while he was still in high school, mowing lawns.
Whenever I had time after school and on the weekends, I maintained 35 yards.
Jace is a proud product of ag mechanics classes at CHS.
So I wanted to learn a trade of some sort. Because I knew college wasn't for me specifically. And, I didn't want to be in an office job and stuff. So I wanted to learn something else besides just 3 days academics. Nowadays, kids have way better opportunities if they're in the trades. For example, plumbers, electricians, landscapers, welders, you name it, pipe fitters, you name it. There's way better upside in these jobs because people are looking right now for guys in the trades. So, that's one of the things I tell kids anytime they ask me anything. If they don't want to own their own business, specifically, go to trade school.
Mr. Paul Odom, the lead ag teacher at Crosby High School, was and still is a mentor.
He fell in love with the ag department. It was the shoe that fit him.
Jace shares some sage advice with current Crosby High School students who may be interested in being their own boss.
You are the financial guy. You are the schedule. You are the labor. You are anything but you are the guy. We were in class and, we talked about what you're going to do after high school. They have these, Jason's going to start a landscape business. And I'm like, well, what's going to set you apart of the 500 other landscape trucks that you see driving all around Crosby? Those things you have to think about, your work ethic, your in referrals.
Jace is also currently pursuing his degree in business management at Lee College.
I'm excited for the future. I specifically want to see this landscape business be able to run itself. And then one of my big projects is I want to go into real estate.
One of Jace's biggest business investments has been this specialized trailer, and current Crosby High School students helped him customize it.
As you can see, there's no area for tools anywhere. So I brought it up to the shop, and they went in and added a lot of this expanded metal for me so that I could have a place to store my tools. He needed to add some metal to it and build a basket for it, so he brought it up here. So the current students learned and built onto his piece of equipment that he just purchased.
Jace has always loved heavy-duty equipment and big machines.
I'm just a nerd for machinery, I guess you
In fact, he and his best friend, class of 2020 graduate Armando Reyes, made a name for themselves when they drove to Crosby High School on a tractor.
All the other students, and we got Cowboy over here.
Jace is an example of the magic that can happen when a student finds their purpose.
That's what we're here to do. I mean, he is the start to finish of why we teach, why we're here. I enjoy giving back to students and giving back to the school district because it was such a key factor in my life, especially the ag department.
Crosby ISD and the Board of Trustees salute you, Jace Wheeler, as a Cougar for life.
Jace is here. Come on up, Jace. Congratulations.
All right, thank you and congratulations to everyone who was recognized this month. Right now would be a great time to exit the meeting, but you are also more than welcome to stay and listen to all this good business that we have, so thank you. We will continue this evening with a public hearing to discuss the 2023-24 Crosby Independent School District Annual Report. The public hearing is now open. The time is 7:35.
Welcome. My name is Jacqueline Robuski, and I am here to present our annual report for 23-24. You'll find your binders on the desks. We're just going to flip through the binders as I go through each section. There are 8 sections. The first section is the TAPER report, which stands for the Texas Academic Performance Report. Section number 2 is the PEAMS financial report. Section number 3 is the district accreditation status. Section number 4 is our district and campus performance objectives. Section number 5 is the report on violent or criminal incidences on campus. Section number 6 is our student performance in post-secondary institutions. Number 7 is progress towards board-adopted HB3 goals. And the last section, section 8, is the TAPER glossary. So we're going to get to section number 1, which is the largest section. This is our TAPER report, Texas Academic Performance Report. A little bit about the TAPER report. It is compiled by TEA for district and campus using PEAMS and student assessment data. It includes a wide range of information on the performance of students in each district and campus in the state. Performance is shown disaggregated by student groups, including ethnicity and socioeconomic status. It provides extensive information on school and district staff programs and student demographics. On the cover page, it includes district and campus name and number. Typically, the cover page includes the accountability ratings, Fed determination status, distinction designations, and the ASVAB test. But as of December 2024, the TAPER does not include the ratings or the distinction designations due to the 2024 rule because of the lawsuit. If we keep turning, the first thing you're going to come to is the STAR performance. It shows all 3 performance levels: approaches grade level or above, meets grade level above, and master's grade level and above. It is reported for each assessment, all grades, all subjects, all grade by subject, and then by enrolled grade at meets grade level or above for reading and math, reading 3 through 8 and EOCs, and then just math 3 through 8 and EOCs. The next section is going to be school progress for the TAPER report. It shows annual growth that is reported by grade and subject of the assessment for our reading and math. It also shows accelerated learning for HB 4545 performance reported by grade and subject of the assessment for reading and math. It does not show our domain 2 in accountability. So what they're showing on the TAPER is different than what's shown in accountability. The next section of TAPER is going to be our bilingual education and our ESL. It's disaggregated data for various BE and ESL program instructional models and groups on our campuses. It also shows STAR performance for that specific group. It shows all grades, all subjects, all grades for reading, all grades. I'm so sorry. Where are we at? All grades for math, all grades for science, all grades for social studies, and it shows annual growth, all grades both subjects, all grades reading, all grades math, and accelerated learning, all grades both subjects, all grades reading, and all grades math. Next, it'll show STAR participation, data reported for assessment participants, included in accountability and not included in accountability, and also our exclusions. It'll show who was not tested, either if they were absent or if they had an other score code, and so they were not scored. It's reported for all tests by subject area and for accelerated testers. The next section of the TAPER report is going to be attendance, graduation, and dropout rates. It'll show attendance rate, chronic absenteeism, annual dropout rate, the 4-year graduation rate, 5-year graduation rate, 6-year graduation rate, and then our federal graduation rates. The graduation profile for 22-23 graduates. It'll show total graduates by ethnicity, by graduation type, and by program. Next part of the TAPER report is going to be our CCMR, College Career and Military Readiness. It will show our CCMR graduates, college ready graduates, and our career military ready graduates. CCMR related indicators like TSI results, completed and received credit for college prep courses, AP/IB results, and SAT/ACT results. Also, other post-secondary indicators, including advanced dual credit completion, graduates enrolled in Texas Institutes of Higher Education, graduates in Texas IHE completing 1 year without enrollment in a developmental education course. Next part of TAPER is going to be student information. This is student enrollment. Also, other student information, including graduation information, retention rates, and class size information. It also gives staff information, total staff, and different things like staff by classification, teacher by ethnicity and gender, and other information. It also will give program information, including student enrollment by that program, and also teachers by that program. All right, section number 2. This is going to be our PEIMS Financial Standard Report. This is 2022-2023 Financial Actual Report. So in there, you will see the district report and also the report for each campus. Section number 3 is our district accreditation status. Generally, each year, TEA assigns one of the 4 accreditation statuses to each district in the state. Since TEA has not issued statuses for the 2023-2024 school year, we are using our 2022-2023 accreditation that we have to include in the annual report, and that was accredited. Section number 4 is our district and campus performance objectives. These are our DIP and our CIPs. The district and each campus have developed and is implementing a DIP and a CIP respectively. They are performance objectives approved by the board that are based on data analysis and needs assessment. Each campus periodically measures progress towards its performance objective. Updated DIP and CIPs are posted on the district website and are available to review at the Operations Center. Section number 5 is our report of violent or criminal incidences on campus. TEC section 39.306 requires each district to publish, as part of its annual report, a report on violent or criminal incidences that occur at each campus. The district's report for the 23-24 school year is available for review at the central office and also available at each campus. Section number 6 is our students' performance in post-secondary institutions. The most current report is for the 2021-2022 high school graduates. It has student performance as measured by the GPA earned by these graduates who attend a public 4-year and 2-year institutions of higher education in the fiscal year of 2023. For each student, the grade points and the college level semester credit hours earned by the student in fall 22, spring 23, and summer 23 are added together and averages determine the GPA. The next section is section number 7, which is our progress toward our board adopted HB3 goals. We're required to include part of our annual report the progress of the district and each campus in the district towards meeting the goals set in the district's early childhood literacy and math proficiency plans, and also our CCMR plans. The progress made by the district and each campus is summarized in our HB3 progress report, and it's going to be presented by Ms. Castillo and Ms. Gosney.
Good evening, Board of Trustees and Superintendent Dr. Patterson. I am Christina Castillo, the Elementary CNI Director. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you. So first, we're going to look at 3rd grade students that scored meets grade level or above on STAR reading, and we set the goal for them to increase from 53% to 62% by June of 2026. So at the very first row with numbers under the years, that is our adopted goals that were adopted by our board. In the middle, you will see where they scored on their 2024 STAR. So we were at 42% meets and 12% masters. The next row with numbers is where they scored for their milestone 1, which was taken in November. We have not yet taken milestone 2 that is scheduled to begin next week. So what I have highlighted in the middle there, 2025, our goal is at 58%. At milestone 1 in November, our 3rd graders scored at 30%. You can see over in 2024, at milestone 2, which they took in February, they scored at a 38% meets. So in November, we were already at 30% meets. Now we move to progress measure 1, which is 2nd grade. And it, again, our goal is to increase from 70% to 80% by June of 2026. So highlighted in yellow is 2025, where our goal is 75%. We took 2 data measures. We used Amplify, and we also are showing the DRA, which is their guided reading level. So our Amplify data for 2nd grade BOI was at 61%. Our MOI is at 53%. You can see the DRA is at 64%, and at middle of the year, we're at 63%. Now we move on to measure 2, which is 1st grade. Our goal is 75%. Our amplified data shows us at 53%. and our DRA data has us at 63%. Then we move to kindergarten. Our goal is to increase from 64% to 83% by June of 2026. Our Amplify data has us at 59%. Our DRA has us at 88%. Then pre-K, our goal is to move from 92% to 100% by June of 2026. Our middle of the year data has us at 56%. That was literacy. Now we're moving into math. And we'll start out with third grade. Again, the middle is where they scored last year at STAR. You can see at STAR we were at 32%. The bottom row of data is where we were for milestone 1, which was taken in November. You can see that in milestone 1, they were at 25%. Huge gains from last year. We're at milestone 2, they were at 14% meets. Then our measure 1 is second grade. Our goal is to increase from 52% to 64%. Middle of the year, we were at 29%. You can see that last year, middle of the year, they were at 13%. First grade increased from 54 to 66%. Middle of the year, we were at 28%. Kindergarten, our goal is to increase from 80% to 92%. Middle of the year, we were at 35%. And then pre-kindergarten, our goal is to increase from 93% to 100% by June of 2026. Middle of the year, we were at 79%. And our action plans for elementary is to provide TEKS training with the focus on student expectation verbs, dedicate planning time with curriculum coordinators to ensure campus district alignment, provide questioning and vocabulary staff development, utilizing lead forward resources, and train teachers on Teach Like a Champion and student engagement strategies. And this is the action plan that we've had in place since the fall.
If you're looking in your binders, that was the district data. That's going to be in the front where your presentation is. And then behind the tab is campus for each campus. Good evening. Now we will move to our college career military readiness for CCMR. For the 2025 school year, our goal is to be at 71.5%. Right now in the middle of the year, we are at 60%. And by the end of the year, we will be at least to 90%. So we will definitely surpass our goal. One tricky thing about CCMR is it is forever changing. Last year, to get a CCMR point for career readiness, they had to get one level 2 course completed and pass an industry-based certification. This year, they have to complete 2 of the courses in their program of study, and they have to pass their industry-based certification. Next year, they will have, each year they're boosting the level of difficulty and rigor for us. But we are rising to the challenge. We're almost to our goal, and we will surpass this year. For college ready, right now, our goal is to be at 55%, and for middle of the year, we are at 26%. One piece that we are overcoming this year is the switch that College Board went from having a paper-based SAT to a digital-based SAT. So students across the country saw a decline in that. So we are readily intervening with our students, trying to get those scores back up so that when we do SAT Day in March, that we are better prepared for the STUP platform. Also, we have our college prep math and English is in that, and we cannot include them as college ready until the end of the school year. So while we're at 26% for the middle of the year, we will boost up for the end of the year. Our career ready, this is where we have we have 10 different programs of studies, and they all have an aligned industry-based certification. Our goal is 27%. We are past our goal right now. Right now we're at 38%, and that will continue to climb because some of our students, they have to finish the course that they're currently in before they can actually be considered career ready, because it's based on how many credits they have. So our decline from 24 to 25 right now is the difference in having to complete one course versus the 2 courses that they have to complete. So many of our seniors are sitting in that course right now. So once they finish and they successfully complete at the end of the year, they will have that career readiness and our percentage will jump. And finally is military readiness. Our goal is 12%. We have not had, for the middle of the year, we haven't had in the last few years any students that had enlisted. The one, I'm going to say, beautiful thing about this year is we do not have to get the recruiters or the students that actually enlist into the military. We don't have to go and gather their DD4 forms anymore because TEA has partnered with the Department of Defense, and they will give that data. So anybody that was a Crosby graduate for the class of 2025, the Department of Defense will give that information, and we will get a military ready point for those babies. So we will see more points. Last year, by the end of the year, we had about 6 or 7 students, but we just didn't have all of that paperwork ready because they have to go through so many steps before their form is signed. This year, with the partnership with the Department of Defense, we'll have an easier, more cohesive time of getting those students in the credit for their hard work with the military. Our action plan right now is we're looking at our financial math and college prep courses. We are prepping students to go and take their TSIA2 test. That gives them college readiness, and they can go to their junior college and different universities without having to take a prerequisite or co-requisite class. So those 2 classes really look at the different components, working on prepping students, and then they get to take TSIA2 on our campus at Crosby High School. Then we also have a teacher that is working with TSIA2 interventions. So those students that have taken the test, we're now intervening with them in the pieces that they didn't quite understand. They're getting to get extra support before taking the test again. And one of the biggest pieces that we're working on is tracking and ensuring successful completion of our CTE programs of study and industry-based certification. We have 10 different programs and about 500 kids whenever it is all said and done for our senior class. So tracking that and making sure that they get all of the components and they're successful on their test is a big challenge, but they are doing a great job at Crosby High School. All right, back to the last section, which is section 8. This is going to be our TAPER glossary. And what the TAPER glossary shows is just where all of the data sources come from that are in the TAPER. TAPER has a lot of different information, so it just kind of breaks it down and tells you where to find that information or how they get the calculations to compile the TAPER. This whole book will be available in the Operations Center for anybody who wants to come visit. Also, the campus improvement plan and the campus tapers will be available on the campuses, as well as the violent crimes report on each campus. It's also available online for anybody who would like to go online to view it. Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
This is a lot.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes, it is.
I have a question about milestone 2 in 2024. And then
For
I'm saying
third grade?
Milestone 1 in 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you explain that again?
Yeah, so in 2024, the data point that they used there was from milestone 2, which they took in February. And it's just showing you that we were already, I think it said 38% in February. And then now in November, which is milestone 1, is what they're reporting for this school year, we're already at 30%. Was that for reading or math? Is it
I'm
reading?
looking at math,
Oh, math.
but at a specific school. So
Gotcha.
some of the schools are not at, they're not at the goal, or they're not close to the goal. I haven't taken milestone 2 yet.
Correct. So milestone 2 is scheduled to start next week. So currently, we only have the data for milestone 1, which was taken in November.
Thank you.
Thank you, River.
Mhm.
Lots of look through.
Thank you. The floor is now open for anyone wishing to comment on the information presented. All right, that concludes our public hearing for this evening. The time is 7:58. Okay, so now we have the hearing of citizens. At this time, in accordance with the ED local. At this time, we do not have any requests to comment to the board, so we will move on to the next item on the agenda. Okay, moving on to the reports, construction update from Mr. Robert Arsenal.
Good job there. Good job there. We talked a little bit before. Good job. It's a little Cajun Creole mixture together. So, good evening, or Dr. Patterson. My name is Robert Arsenal. I'm with LAN. I will be providing you the construction update tonight for the 2 projects we have under construction or just finished construction. We have the Crosby High School addition, and we also have the Cougar Stadium turf and track replacement. First up, we'll talk about the Crosby High School addition. They're broken into 3 areas. Building A, which is the classroom addition. Building B is the CT addition. And then we call this Line Yop in where I'm from. Number 3 is the large group instruction. So here we go. This is the outer. I'll start with the exterior, then we'll work our way in. The exterior of the classroom addition, you can see the black, it looks like black paint. That's waterproofing for the exterior of the building. Keeps the water out. It's in preparation for, hardly see it, but on the left-hand side, it's in the shadows over there. There's some paneling that runs north-south on the building. Channels, actually, that we'll put paneling on top of that, and below that, we'll have exterior brick running 270 degrees around the building. So we got windows going in. We're getting really close to dry in. So it's moving, and every day I go over there, it's something new is installed and continue to progress. Moving to the interior of the building, as you can see, we have most of the gypboard up on the first floor. Both sides, we've passed inspection for in-wall rough-in from mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and technology. So you see some of the taping floating going on. We have all the HVAC systems above ceiling pretty much in place. And starting next week, we're going to start on the first floor putting ceiling grid in. So it's all of the first floor is really coming together, and it's moving pretty quickly. On the second floor, we have one side chipboard installed, and they're still working on some of the in-wall MEP rough-in, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing rough-in. So we expect that to be done within the next 3 to 4 weeks, and then we'll go two-side that, work to the ceiling grid, and start doing some of those finishes, getting some of that wall tile down, things like that. It's really moving at a very fast pace on the classroom addition. And moving over to the CTE building, building B, as I said, on the classroom addition, you can kind of see those channels that run up and down the building exterior walls. That's where we're going to put that paneling coming across, and then below that you have the exterior brick. Oops, wait, let me go back. So, and on the right-hand side, you can see these are one of the classrooms. It's the east classroom, the two big windows. This is where, for the CTE labs, this is the classroom before you move into the CTE lab. The contractors begin painting, block filler, prepping the space for ongoing upcoming painting throughout the whole building. And the LGI, so if you recall, we added these two. The LGI was unfinished inside the Crosby High School. We're finishing, and we actually have 2 classrooms. As you can see in here, it's all been taped and floated, and the first paint of primer have been painted on there. We have the ceiling grid, most of the HVAC system. What we're waiting for to really continue this is the air handler. It's on site. To bring it in, we have to have a kind of a shutdown. So we can bring it in, but we can't hook it up. And once we have the air handler hooked up there, we can start doing some of those finishes, because we have to have conditioned space before, and that means air conditioner running, cooling and heating to put some of those finishes in the building. All right, my favorite project right here, Cougar Stadium Turf and Track. So phase 1, we're complete with all tasks in phase 1, and phase 2, we're complete with all tasks. We just had a punch list walk, our second punch list walk last week. Contractor knows there's a few little things he's working on, and we should be pretty much closed out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then these slides will come off the. But here you go. You can see from our last time we met, we didn't have the striping on, and now the striping's done, and the lettering and numbering for all the track events. It really, really looks good. And I'll open the floor up for any questions.
Where are you going to take us on a walk through
For which one?
the high school? I want to go check it out.
Yeah, we can just gotta have closed toe shoes,
Yeah,
and hard hat.
I get it. It's all in the truck.
Yeah, oh, it's all about the insurance. So yeah, we can have some scheduled as soon as you want.
Yeah, it's a good time right around drying time. I feel like a good time to really put your eyes on stuff. So I'd like to do it.
And with the jip board going on both sides, you can actually see, it defines the spaces.
Sure.
You can actually see you can envision what it's gonna look like.
That's why I hadn't asked before, is everything was still pretty wide open. But like I said, once you get to the drying point, I'd like to
Yes, sir,
take a walk.
absolutely.
Curiosity, in the CTE section, is there any venting of sort in any of the, like the correct terminology, any of the stalls or
Welding booths?
work bays?
Yes, we actually have, each welding booth will have its own dedicated exhaust to pull the fumes out. And then we have them stationed, this is just the welding lab side. And we have also down exhaust coming from the ceiling in random, not random, but kind of random locations, because they might be doing plasma cutting, welding on a portable welder. We want to have that opportunity to pull that exhaust pipe in, pull those fumes out, so we're not contaminating the entire area. Same thing with the carpentry side. We have it at every piece of equipment to pull that dust out. And then we also have exhaust fans at the top circulating there.
In the welding booths, do you know if that's flex duct, solid, or is it job built?
It's actually, it's flex, well, it's solid until you get to the and I'll have to get back with you. I'm going to be completely honest. I believe the design was a solid down to the welding booth and then a flex out from there. So you can maneuver to where you need it to be to pull the fumes out. But I will check on it and get a response.
Like when you're checking, as far as we're talking solid, I just want to know if it's job fabrication or if it's solid.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. Okay, now we will have the TEA door and intruder audit presented by Mr. Mitchell.
Good evening, Dr. Patterson and Board of Trustees. I'm here again this month to report on our latest TEA door and intruder audit. We continue to follow this same program all year long implemented by the TEA. So on February 5th, we had an interior intruder audit to one of our campuses. In each one of the phases, intruder detection audit, exterior door audit, part 1, in classroom door audit, there were no findings at this campus. So I'm happy to report we're still 100% effective on our safety and security on our campuses. And we only have 2 more campuses left to be audited. All right. Any questions?
Keep going. Keep it at 100.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda for tonight's meeting is the consent agenda. Are there any items requested to be pulled from the consent agenda and discussed?
Move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda by trustee Humphries and second by trustee Chapman. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstain? Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to regular business. Consider approval for the 2025-26 Crosby Independent School District academic calendar.
We have a presentation from the principal. Good evening. You'll have it.
I did not receive that. That was very.
Oh,
She got one.
Thank you. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Superintendent Patterson. I'd like to present to you tonight our proposed academic calendar for the 2025-26 school year in Crosby ISD. Reviewing our development process, we began in November. On November the 6th, our site-based committee met and reviewed options, came up with draft calendars, talked about different ideas for moving days around, etc., and came up with draft options. Met again on January 30th, due to the ice storm, met again on the 30th, and we were able to look at our draft options again, solidify them, took final recommendations, presented it to our cabinet, of course, and then we had a survey. Dr. Patterson did put out the survey February 3rd through the 7th, explaining the calendar's options. There were 2 options. They were basically the same with the exception of 2 early release dates. And so we are here tonight on February the 10th with our proposed academic calendar presentation. If you'll note again, the survey, we looked at 2 4-day hybrid calendar options presented to all of our stakeholders. We received 1,085 total responses or respondents. Option 1, which would be the calendar without any early release dates, received 29% of the responses. And then option 2 had 71% options. So everyone appreciated the 2 days that were the early release days because those are the only 2 differences in our calendar. You'll note school begins on August the 7th in both calendars. We have 163 instructional days, which is our hybrid. Classes again are held in August on Fridays, September, January, April, and May. And then we have the 2 early release days in December and May. One is the last day of school for the semester in December, and then the last day of school for the spring semester in May. Any questions?
I have one.
Yes, ma'am.
So none of the drafts had the teachers returning in August. All of the drafts were July.
Yes, ma'am. All the students return in August.
Thank you.
And I'm just curious about the January, was there any discussion on, changing January to 4 days? I'm just curious because I felt like January lasted like 3 years. So, and that came from my kids. So I'm just curious.
Well, Trustee Thompson, Thomas, I will say this. When we met as the calendar site-based committee, we did have a couple of teachers bring up that topic. The majority of them just talked about it was the opportunity to reboot, to get the school students back in, to kind of get them on track. We looked at our attendance daily. We look at that from August all the way until the end of the school year. And so the time when it was low was when we were out for the weather, not necessarily super low for any other time. So I know it was a stretch, but we did take that into consideration, and the staff did check. Like I said, we met twice, and you'll note the staff did come back and forth and make some changes with some days.
I get you to back up 1 slide.
Just
Just for clarification purposes. May, we are off on Fridays or are not?
there is one Friday in that calendar on May that we need to come. That's the last week of the STAR administration.
Does it not show?
Oh, so does it not show me?
On Fridays, May with the exception.
Oh, let me go back. I'll pull it up. Is it showing all the? Yes. You know what? It was in September. You're right. We need to change that. Yes, you're right.
The first.
The first. Mm-hmm.
Where students are in school.
The first. Mm-hmm. That's the last week of STAR administration.
Okay, so the last 3.
We're out. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just put classes held on Friday, so you would know that we do have a Friday where school is in session on May.
One Friday in May.
One Friday in May.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. One Friday in May.
One more clarification. So the orange box outlined in red,
Yes, sir.
those are off days as well, but to be used as negative days, correct?
Yes, sir. Inclement weather, any type of emergency that Crosby ISD has itself that is separate from any days that have been designated by our commissioner, the governor, as state of emergency days, or we make it to a playoff or in any type of day that we need to make up, those are designated as what we will call orange red box days. I know, we're changing, Mr. Chapman. They used to be red box, but now they are orange red box to signify makeup. Yes, sir.
One last question.
Yes, sir.
Do we know, does that put graduation on the 29th or 30th?
Graduation will be that Friday unless we,
29th?
yeah,
So
unless,
that's one of the reasons, that's a good reason for having an early release.
they practice.
Well, for having off that day, for
Mhm.
students not being there, they practice and kind of prepare for that graduation ceremony.
Thank you.
So for clarification, we are recommending option.
2.
Move to approve 2025-2026 Crosby Independent School District academic calendar, option 2 as presented.
It has been moved by, a motion has been made by J.R. Humphries, trustee Humphries, and second by trustee Thomas to approve the 2025-26 Crosby ISD District Academic Calendar, option 2. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
Okay, discuss and consider approval of budget amendment number 3.
Move to approve budget amendment 3.
Second.
It has been moved by trustee Humphries and second by trustee Chapman to approve budget amendment number 3. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 4-0. We will move back into closed session. The time is 8:19.
Go ahead.